Hi everybody, it's David Fleming here from the Toronto Realty blog, and I'm standing on Berwick Avenue up near Yonge Eglinton, and come for a walk with me. What do you notice about these houses? Well, first of all, they all have a sign on the lawn advertising the Berwick, but these houses are all abandoned and dilapidated. And this is one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. You know, you always sort of think that a condominium developer will buy, a vacant piece of land. For whatever reason it was vacant, and it'll be a parking lot, or maybe they build on top of an old historical building. This is real life monopoly, okay? Anderin Developments owns 9 houses on Berwick Avenue, and they're all empty and boarded up. Now what they've done here is they've combined these 9 houses on Berwick Avenue with 11 houses on Duplex Avenue, and they've put them all together, just like real life monopoly, and they're going to build a condo on the site. Now it's fully approved, took a while, but they put it together, they got it zoned, and they've already started selling it. In fact, I think they started selling it in August. So here's Berwick, and you can see there's the 9 houses down there, and here's Duplex, and there's 11 houses on here. And the reason I'm walking is because I want to really get a sense of how large this block is. They're going to be building a 17-story building, which I think is actually pretty cool. I like the idea of having a condominium development in a residential neighborhood, kind of like 88 Broadway. That's one of my favorite buildings because it's on a corner, and opposite on the other corners, of course, are basically houses. So it's not like you're living at, City Place surrounded by buildings. You're in kind of a funky little residential pocket. So take a look at this, and this is the coolest part about this, is that somebody had the foresight and the ability to put together a block of 20 houses. It was the Coulter Group, the Coulter Properties of Florida, a gentleman who's done a few projects in Toronto. He built the Water Club, and he was able to assemble all of these, and then he eventually sold it. Went back to Florida and decided to build there. Actually sold his property at 1900 Bayview, which is the Huntington, and at 609 Avenue, which is the Wentworth. So I kind of wonder, how does he feel about the Florida market compared to Toronto now? In any event, I've driven by here so many times. I mean, Duplex, it's a great little shortcut. But it wasn't until last week that I said, you know what, if other people haven't driven by here, I've got to get this on film. You've got to see this. I mean, this is like real life monopoly. And as a sidebar, and I hope I don't regret sharing this with you, my girlfriend told me the other day that she's so good at monopoly. And I said, oh yeah, really? She's like, yeah, I love putting houses up. As soon as I buy a property, I put up a house or a hotel. And I said, well, you have to own all of the houses in the color strip to do that. And she said, oh, well, we don't really play it that way. I said, what do you mean? That's the whole point. That's what a monopoly is. You have to own all of them. And she said, oh, well, we just sort of, we just sort of do, whatever, just put up a house, put up a hotel. Anyways, I didn't want to get in a big argument about it. I don't really know anything about women. Maybe it's something you don't want to argue about. That wasn't really the point to monopoly, and this is amazing that someone was able to put all these properties together. And here's the result, Midtown's ultimate location. I really like this property. I'd honestly much rather live here than at the Minto on the 52nd story getting vertigo. But that's just me. Anyhow, if you ever get a chance to drive by, it's on Duplex at Berwick, the Berwick.